You serious?
Yo, this is How to Kill an Hour with myself, Marcus Brunzi.
And me, Funk Butcher.
Yo, there are many ways to kill an hour out there, but right now you are killing one with us.
As you should be. Love to all those listening via the Apple Podcast app for iPhone and via Acast, which works on iPhone, bat phone, any phone. You hear?
The bat phone.
The bat phone. That red phone. I'm old school, like the Adam West one. That was a red bat phone.
That's the original bat phone. Was red,
yeah,
and it was like one of those. Do you think people even like under 20s know what those phones look like anymore?
No, the ones where you had to do the circular motion to get the number.
You had to put your finger in the hole where the number was and spin around. It's go.
People don't know about dial-up modems.
You could and dial-up modems as well.
Dial-up modems.
Internet after 6 o'clock or when you're using the phone.
What's that, Bill?
When you use the phone on dial-up, it cuts out the internet, doesn't it?
Yeah. See.
So at your house, you couldn't use the internet after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, because it cost more money, didn't it?
Oh yeah, no, that was it. Back in the day, you're right, Bill. There were tariffs, weren't there? If you used the internet before, it was like off peak and on peak, innit?
Yeah.
So if you used it at different times, it cost different amounts of money.
Yeah.
Wow. Forget that now. It's all about unlimited tariffs now. Anyway, hello to Will Holloway. Yes, Will Holloway. Wayne Ingram, Chris Winstonley, Matt Smith, Hamza Amir, Alex K, and Nix. Also, note to Wayne Ingram, who had a little conversation with Danny Darker about the amount of laugh out loud moments he had while listening to last week's show, Mohammed, I'm sad. I'm not going to lie. To hear the whole scenario, I suggest going back and listening to last week's show, Mohammed, I'm sad. Before that, there's an episode a few weeks beforehand called Mohammed, I'm bad.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is I'm bad links with I'm sad. There's a little bit of mad.
I'm sad.
You know really sad. Yes. And, but before you do that, press subscribe, please, and you can keep abreast of the ways we kill an hour. We'll post our fresh episodes and our Tinder tales, which we're collating as well, like a side series, which we're just popping up in your feed as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you've not heard of the Tinder tales or you've not checked them out, swipe down a few episodes and you'll be able to understand what our Tinder tales are all about. Anyway, Funk, kill a bit this week. How you been killing some time, son?
What have I been up to? I've been back down the gymnasium, getting my flip on. Yeah,
I noticed you walked in here a little bit crooked today, though.
Yeah.
So what's up, bro?
Yeah, that's the outtakes. So obviously, social media is a very heavily edited version of each and one of our lives out there. So I've obviously been very happy and proud to kind of project my success down the gym.
You've been posting some triple-double backflips out here. Triple doubles.
Yeah, I mean the technical term is a round off back tuck.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's not. I was going in there saying I want to learn the back somersault, but the guys at the gym, they didn't really know what I was on about. They call it back tuck. So it's basically you leap up backwards, your feet don't touch the floor, and then you rotate. And it's different from a back handspring, which a lot of us call a back flip. So I'm just hitting with the acrobatics, the gymnastics terminology.
So let's get this right. A back handspring is where you go back and your hands touch the floor and you spring off your hands.
Uh-huh.
And when your hands don't touch the floor, that's called a back
tuck. Yeah.
So you put on social media some slow-mo of you doing a back spring,
a round off
into
a back tuck. A round off actually sets you up. So it's like a cartwheel, but as you kind of land, you land with both feet together, which gives you the propulsion upwards to set you up for the back tuck. You see, I'm getting good at this. I'm a complete novice. I've been doing this for a month now, but this is my newfound love. I'm just branching into different areas of exercise.
So you're at that point now where you've done it a few times, so you got all the chat.
Yeah, I've done it a few times, but in the process of getting to that in the process of getting to that lovely edited slow-mo video, I had to go through a few calamities, a few drops, a few bumps and scrapes, and that's why I'm leaning on my chair.
So there's some face plants then?
Yeah, there was some face plants. That's why my neck is at a 90-degree angle right now.
Yeah, I noticed Funk isn't turning his head to look at us. He's turning his whole body.
Yeah. I'm like the upside down letter L right now.
But for real though, bruv, if you can hurt yourself doing this.
Yeah, of course.
Do people mess themselves up while you're in there? Do you see?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a sponge pit, so like you're supposed to kind of do the more precarious moves into that area. But I was trying to be macho man. And,
you're just going in there raw dog style.
Yeah, I was going in there. I was just like, gotta nail this.
And now you've got a crooked neck, but you've got a sick video to show for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
I did it for the likes, baby. No pain, no gain.
Hey, baby. Hey. So there's like your killer bit for this week.
Yeah, that was my killer
I like
bit.
that.
Aside from that as well, I got a text from my brother Trim's out there. What's going on? And he said, yeah, link up with me this weekend. So I finished teaching on Saturday. I was teaching some young people some radio workshops, and he hollered at me and said, he knows I'm a bit of an introvert. So he didn't give me any kind of inkling as to what I had in store. He said, just come meet me. So I went down to pick him up down in East, and he hit me up with this armband, and I was just like, what's this? It was an armband to Field Day, which is a festival in Victoria Park in London, and we went down there. He was supporting James Blake.
Hey.
Yeah, and that James Blake, man, serious artist, man. Too much soul. James Blake, you need to give me some of that soul, man. You're taking, you're over your quota of soul.
You almost think like, bro, you cut a deal, didn't you? Who you cut a deal with?
Yeah.
You cut a deal with a guy with some horns in it,
Yeah,
bro.
definitely.
He's got mad soul. He's been doing his business, man. And Trim's got a song with him.
Yeah, Trim's got a song with him. So they were doing that harmonics remix edit that initially started off as like a bootleg version, and it done so well. They can check the video out on YouTube, and they performed it live in front of this mass audience who knew every lyric to the tune and whatnot. So
sick.
Trim's part of the 1-800 movement with James and Dan Foe and Airhead and all the other gang, and they've got some real crazy electronic experimental music coming out. But
Look forward to that. Trim.
Yeah.
One of the most precarious MCs in the UK.
Your favourite.
Bro, my favourites, but also some of your favourites non-favourite as well.
Yes, exactly. He's like Marmite.
Yeah. To go back to the gymnastics thing though, how close are we to spandex?
We're getting there.
Spandex gate.
We're getting there. Spandex. We're even getting closer to me wearing a mask and a cape.
See. Full superhero.
Because
last week I brought up spandex, you were like, nah, shorts, but I had to wear tracksuit bottoms and shorts. And then this week you're kind of like, nah. I think next week it's going to be like,
I think since that video I've more warmed to the idea. This will look even better in the spandex.
Yeah. More streamlined. You could maybe do a double back tuck.
Yeah,
is that what
I've seen it. I've seen it. It's absolutely amazing. The way the height some of these people get, it just makes you like, it just puts more into perspective how incredible the human body is, because the human body shouldn't be able to jump up and turn twice in the air and land on your feet. It shouldn't. It's not built for that. And you got people of all sizes doing this as well.
So what? There's fat people doing that.
There's fat people flying through the air.
Maybe we should, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe we should all be doing that, but we're just not learning that. Like it's like the Matrix. We've not learned yet. We should all just be backflipping off buses.
Yeah, we should, man.
Be flipping into work. Flipping everywhere.
You wouldn't need to mind the gap. You'd be flip over the gap on the underground.
Could you imagine that? We don't have escalators. We just have springboards to go up and down stuff.
Please somersault over the gap.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, where's my train? Is it on platform 3? No, it's on platform 4. Oh, okay. Just take a little run up.
But the thing is, the people of New York, they've got no excuses, because I've seen them kids on the subway doing flips and all that on the trains and all that. So people in New York, you've got it there in front of you every day. Yeah. I'm not surprised you haven't given it a go.
Straight up, man. Straight breakdancing on the train. But yeah, that's your killer bits for this week. Cheers. Philips gave me that toothbrush, the Sonicare, and they gave me the air floss thing, which I'm loving. I'm enjoying brushing my teeth at the moment.
You still using it?
Yeah, every day.
Okay.
Every day. Like the normal toothbrush is going to stay there for a little while. The full review's on last week's episode, but they also sent me a Body Groom Pro. If I'm honest, remember I had that photo shoot a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
I had a wax on my chest. And the hair ain't growing back on my chest for me to give it the full review.
Is that painful?
All I'm going to say is the nipples, bruv. When I get a wax, you do my nipples and my belly button first. I don't care if that's not how you do it. That's how you now do it.
I have to rate women, man, to go through that pain just for...
To get their flaps waxed, bruv.
Yeah. Yeesh. Have me screaming like James Brown.
And they got hairs around the clip, bruv, that they've got to get plucked out if it don't get waxed.
Really?
Bruv!
I didn't know that.
You can't get a wax, bruv. You can't get them all in one go. It's not like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all, but you can't. So you got to pluck stuff up, bruv. Honestly, when a woman described to me what they do in a wax, I've got so much ratings for that.
Yeah.
So much ratings. Also that we can be like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just like, yeah. So we should stop. Do you know what? If your girl gets a wax for you and she's never had a wax before, you need to take a moment and say, babe,
you know it's real.
I appreciate what you did for me there, because you went through pain.
You have to get down on one knee after that, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll get down on one knee, two knees.
Not like that.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, we got this Body Groom Pro. It's called the TT2 2040. That's what we call it. And I was saying to Bill, oh man, I ain't got enough chest hair to try it out. I'm not the hairiest of guys, so my shit ain't really grown for me to give it the same sort of flex like I did with the one blade when I wasn't really meant to shave myself there.
Yeah.
But Bill, you've got this, right? So Bill, I've got a shout because I'm off mic now, like you do. The TT Body Groom Pro, man, talk me through it, bro.
It's good, but you have to be careful.
Be careful. What have you done, Billy? What have you done?
Well, the other end,
You lost the nipple. You lost the nipple, yeah.
I'm pointing at a picture, but it's two ends. One end, it's got like a sharp mesh end, and the other end's got like a regular trim shaver. That shaver's good. Just go.
The trim shaver.
It's gone.
Okay.
Hang on.
What kind of descriptions are
Hang on.
shaver? What's a trim shaver?
I love the sound of it.
What's a trim?
A trim shaver.
A trim shaver.
One with a guard on it.
What?
That end. You know what I mean?
Oh, so one end's like a conventional electrical razor. All right, cool. Like a shaver. Yeah, go on.
And the other end's got like a mesh on the end.
Oh, the other end's like the razor.
Trim shaver.
Razor, yeah.
Like a cut chopper.
The other end's like the foil.
No, yeah.
Cut chopper.
A cut chopper. A trim shaver.
A sharp nipper.
Well,
Shout out to you, read Harry Potter.
that other end's like a regular shaver. Shaver.
Yeah.
That bit's good. I did do my pits on that. To be
Oh, you
fair.
didn't? Why not?
No, I have done them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then that was nice and smooth like a baby's bottom. I'm very... Because then it doesn't look good when you've got longer hair and it's just peeking at the end of your... Look there. And
It's peeking out of your t-shirt.
Yeah, it does not look good. But the other end...
Billy looks like he's got like Bob Marley in a headlock, boy.
The other end, you do not want to use that on your bits.
The other end is what? That's foil razor.
Yep. I tried it.
Razor force. So
That's for the nether regions.
It looks like the thing that when you're shaving with, guys used to get a closer shave than you can with like
A cutthroat.
trimmer.
A cutthroat.
No, it's
Like a Sweeney Todd.
It's closer than a trimmer,
Yeah.
but not as close as like a Gillette razor.
Okay.
You can shape with that bit,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't use that on your shaft.
Why would you shape down there into what? A love heart?
No, you don't want to be bald.
Okay, but you want to
just
shape it into a design.
Just like a straight line.
What have you shaped it into down there, Billy? A night tick?
Just
So you
do it.
can tell the girl to just do it. Oh,
Yeah.
Billy beat me to the punch.
Yeah, but you don't want to use that bit on the shaft
Okay.
because yeah, boy, I pulled that further away from my baby maker quicker than you could say shave. Yeah, that wasn't.
Faster you can say trim shaver.
Yeah, it was like ugh!
Cut blade.
Cut blade. Cut chopper.
Yeah, that wasn't good. It was like ugh! Yeah, you don't want to use that bit there.
So
But the other bit's really good.
That sound
That
effect was amazing, Billy. That sound like the when you lose a street fight.
I was finished. The charge lasts a long while.
Okay.
Yeah, I would admit the charge does last a long while.
Okay.
You don't have to charge it up as much as you would want to use on your face.
So if you've got a big hedge down there, there's enough battery to take care of the garden.
There is enough.
In
Well,
the
yeah.
garden of Eden, baby. Remember that Simpsons episode when they all start singing and dancing in the church, rock and roll.
But nothing else much more to report on that other than the other one's just like shaving, just like knife through butter. The other one, yeah, you want to be careful where you use that.
So technically, you
got
had a lot of fun with this, Billy.
I haven't got enough hair on my chest to really test that other bit, but I'm sure it's pretty good.
So shout out to Billy, yeah.
Billy's bald like an action man down there right now.
So shout out to Billy who just gave us the
trim
review,
shaver.
the review of the Philips shave trim shave. That's going to be our new word, the Harry Potter trim shave. So yeah, shout out to Billy. So
Shaving down there is like if anyone's paid operation out there, if you've got an operation, you're like very steady and you make sure you get it just right before it don't hit anything. That's what you have to shave with that, because you don't want to make a loud noise.
shout out to Billy for that. So I'm going to reiterate what Billy said about that shaver there.
Yeah.
Very well though.
Yeah.
We all know now that Billy doesn't shave his shaft. Well, do you?
Just not-
You do shave your shaft.
Just not with that bit.
Okay, yeah, Billy shaves his shaft, but not with that bit. So it's a two-ended razor. So it's like the best way of describing it is that like you got a trimmer, a regular trimmer, has got one end on it, and then you might need another. You might need to change heads to like change it to like a different sort of setting or a different sort of trimming setting. This has a trimmer on one side, which kind of goes from level 5 all the way down to like 1.5 conventional body trimmer, and then the other side is like a razor foil for like super close cutting, but it's also got edges on the side of it as well, so you can edge your body hair as well.
And this is designed primarily for your chest.
This here is designed for body only.
Okay.
I'm just saying it came from Philips after I said I shaved my balls with the Philips one blade.
And can you just be more explicit about body? Is that torso? Is that
any part of your body from the bottom of your neck to your toes?
Okay.
And everyone knows that I've shared it. I've got hairy toes out here. And I trim my toes.
Hairy knuckles.
So hairy palms. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, thank you very much for testing us out for Billy. Billy, what would you give it out of 5? And I need you to justify your reasoning with real words. I don't want to hear cut, shave, trim. Out of 5, what would you give it?
No Billy lingo.
I would give it 4 out of 5.
Why does it not get the 5 out of 5?
Because on this show, nothing gets a 5 out of 5.
There you go. Nothing gets a 5 out of 5 apart from Uncharted.
Exactly. Uncharted deserves it, man.
Yeah. So Marcus, how have you been killing some time this week? I'd ask myself because I thought no one else would ask me still because I'm just looking at that picture of Billy. Thank you very much, Bill. So yeah, me killing some time this week. Real simple. I've been messing with some apps, man. App called Silent Loo, which is an app which plays music when you're on the toilet. So it's
I bet the music is shit.
So you can either have a bath playing. That's a good setting.
Really?
A tap. There we go. A shower. And then I realised after having this app for a few days, those are all noises that I can make in a fucking bathroom anyway, so it's a bit pointless, bro. But I did have some fun with that app.
And what is the basis of this? To make your plopping more tranquil?
It's just it's so people don't know that you're dropping that bass because it's all about that bass, but you don't want to let everyone know you're dropping it. But that was one I messed around with. And then there's actually another app called Olio, which I saw the advert for when I was walking down a canal in West London. I saw this sign for something called Olio, and it's a food sharing app, and I think it's a really good idea.
Not for me. I don't share my food.
Joey don't share. Joey doesn't share.
I don't share my food.
But it's like to help out people that aren't doing so basically if you have any leftover food in your house, you put it into this app and it geolocates where you are. So you put where you are, or it uses your location settings on your phone. Other people in the area that are looking for food that aren't as well off as you find it. Obviously they're kind of well off because they might have an iPhone or a smartphone, but other people that are struggling for food at the time can see where you are, contact you, and then you can drop them off some food. I think it's nice, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, nice. And I know we crack jokes on this show, and me and Funk, we like to do good in this world. And I think that's just a simple app. Like, I'm on it now. Someone's got a can of hot dogs, a year till they expire. They are half a mile away. Imagine I was struggling, I had no food, bruv. I'd walk that half a mile and get that food.
So you're going to get a hot dog afterwards?
Yo, what
people might use it to get free lunch.
Didn't say anything about people that aren't struggling, just going and grabbing some little bits of food still. So man might just...
I love that though. Technology you put to good use.
Yeah, no, it's really good idea, man. I like it. Olio, Olio.
Oli.
So yeah, that's my killer bit. So Funk. Pablo Cocobar. You heard of Pablo Escobar? Yeah. Pablo Cocobar, yeah, is going to be the next Don in this whole world.
Okay.
Of people taking things, because people are snorting that raw stuff. They're snorting that raw. It's not cut with anything, yeah? Unprocessed, raw cocoa.
What?
People are snorting cocoa to get high. It's become this new trend in European clubs. This is a real thing, bro. Originated in Berlin, which is known as the hipster capital of the world. I know we all thought it was East London.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Berlin's the hipster capital.
Interesting.
Of the world. Yeah. It's Berlin followed by East London.
Yeah.
It's got to be, bro. Yeah. Shoreditch.
Yeah, because
Shoreditch hipster now still.
Shoreditch is getting there.
Yeah.
But obviously, I recognise that Berlin is up there on the hipster hierarchy because of its love for techno. Techno's quite a snobbish community behind it.
Okay, so that's how you measure. Is that how you measure how hipster someone is? The music. I thought it was like a beard ratio or like skinny jeans.
The music is the precursor to the skinny jeans and the beards.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And whoever is the crown techno master, he's hypnotized a lot of people in Germany to look that way. So all these people are sniffing chocolate. They're sniffing crunchies and twirls and Milky Ways.
Yeah, they're crushing them up, and it's raw cocoa. So it's not like they're not getting like a Cadbury's bar and sniffing it, but they're getting raw cocoa.
It's gonna get to that stage though,
bruv. It will get to that stage. People will be like, "Yeah, I got that Snickers, yo." Got that fruit and nut.
That's the black market of this game.
Get that fruit and nut. But like nightclubs are offering it in pills and in a powder form as a sober alternative to party drugs. And like amounts have been recorded as high as like £18 in a night have been sold in clubs, man.
£18 of cocoa. And what's the street value of that? What's the street value of £18 of crunchy?
1 million pence.
But technically Pablo Cocobar can't be arrested either.
No, he can't, man. He can't. He the only way he can get caught is
he a chocolate man as well?
Pablo Cocobar, bruv. Whoever is the Pablo Cocobar, just make sure he's got dental insurance to the max.
No, I mean, is he chocolate looking? He has to be.
What?
How can Pablo Cocobar?
So what? You're saying Pablo Cocobar would look he's
like
got to be a black guy. He's got to be a chocolatey black. So you're saying he couldn't be like a Wesley Snipes. He's got to be like a Tyrese chocolatey black. He's got to be like that, yeah? Okay. You said
Swiss chocolate.
A Swiss chocolate look. Man,
that's got to be the capital though. Switzerland. They produce that Swiss chocolate.
That's Swiss, yo. What is that? Yeah, I got that Swiss, yo. That Swiss cheese? No, that's Swiss chocolate.
Yeah.
But
I have to hold my hands up. I'll probably be finding out Pablo Cocobar's contact details because I could probably put a bit of After 8 up my nose.
Yeah, if you could sniff a chocolate, was that what you put after 8?
Yeah.
What'd I go for?
I think that mint in there will give me a real good kick.
Yeah. You get an afterburn. You'd hit it and go,
some good shit, man.
I'll probably do a crunchy. Can you imagine that? A crunchy. Oh.
Hey, man, you got any cheeseburgers?
Yeah, crunchy would be the crack of chocolate bars.
Yeah.
That's what it would be. Minority Report, Funk.
Yeah. I love
Minority Report.
I love it.
You like that film?
Love it. Brilliant film.
Yeah.
I feel like we're heading to that state anyway.
Because that film's been out for a while, without spoiling it, what's your favourite part of that film? Because you may not have watched it if you're listening to it, and I would recommend watching it.
My favourite part is just the whole concept of the precogs.
Just the idea.
Yeah, of the precogs. That's what they're called in the film.
We could talk about that without spoiling. That doesn't spoil the film. That's what we're about to talk about.
No, I think that still spoils the film.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right, let's leave this talking point.
Yeah.
We've got to do this, bro.
Yeah.
The idea.
Not the idea about. I'm trying to think. No, you can talk about it. Yeah. You can.
Go on.
Yeah. The precogs, obviously, they're these three people in like this giant sauna. They ain't getting freaky. They're these kids that have these amazing telepathic powers. It's telekinesis. No, they can't move things, but yeah, they can. Their powers, their mental powers, are to the degree where they can predict when you're going to do something wrong. They know. Yeah. So with the world has got to a stage where crime is obviously about prevention, but they've taken it to another level where they're really preventing crime. Even if you think about it, that's a crime. So at the start of the film, they're nicking people, thinking of doing something bad. So
your boss could be like, if you're late one more time, I'm gonna box you in your face. Yeah. And this guy goes, listen, that's it. Woo.
Or even more to the case of your boss is having a go at you, and then your boss walks away. You think, if I had my way, I'd kill that boss. And then they just come and arrest you just for thinking that.
Yeah.
So.
And then there's this thing called a Minority Report, and that's where the film gets interesting. So I won't spoil that. My favourite part of the film is the bit to do with where he gets a part of his body replaced.
Yes.
That you wouldn't expect. We still aren't really doing it now. Did that film come out like 10 years ago? Muhammad's back. No, it's not Muhammad. No, it's not Muhammad. I'm bad situation. Yeah, the part where Tom Cruise gets a new dick. Yeah. Could you imagine that? No, it's not a new dick, but he gets something else new, and it's just like, the idea and the way that they put that together, and like when he has to sort of recover from that operation, without anyone catching him.
Anyway, he gets pushed out. He's rogue, innit? So
yeah. Sick film. But yeah, this article came from about a year ago, but we thought we'd bring it to the show. Microsoft revealed that there's an app that can predict crimes in the future. So it could even decide if people get parole as well. So basically, Hitachi created this monitoring system called Predictive Crime Analytics, and it's PCA for short. Now, PCA collects data from Twitter, CCTV, camera feeds, and traffic systems, and the software analyzes the specific data from these things to check out to analyze and work out what their behavior is going to be like in jail. So it works out from an inmate's Twitter and CCTV camera feeds and the way that they're all traffic systems, how they drive, how they're going to behave in jail. And it's only been tested using fabricated inmate data, but they're going to use it, well, they're planning to use it to see if inmates are going to reoffend within 6 months. And apparently it's 91% accurate. But so what they're going to do basically is use all this information from your social media, the way you drive, how you behave out and about, to decide whether, one, you go to jail, two, if you go jail, how long you go jail for.
This is crazy. So these people are absolutely innocent before they apply these mathematical equations to these individuals' lives. I think or they're applying it to criminals.
Why are we calling it Minority Report? Think about criminals. If you had the data and you collected all the data of all these criminals, and found like an algorithm or a similarity, you could start picking out that data, or people that had 95 or 99% of that data that weren't in any trouble at all, and be like, well, they're likely to offend. Let's keep an eye on them, or if they get a bit aggy, let's just nick them and put them away. So that's the kind of idea behind that. That's kind of the idea behind Minority Report as well. But for one funk, like, how does that make you feel that there's stuff out there that can analyze your every move when you're in public?
Well, I mean, when I used to watch some of those channels on satellite that talk about the serial killers, and they said there's a gene for the serial killers, it kind of
Levi's,
those ones,
507s,
people that wear those tight jeans, they are criminals, man.
If you know anyone that wears 507s, straight killer.
In 2016,
507s,
shop them, call Crime Stoppers.
507s. Hey, just saying. But sleep with someone and you see the 507 on the back of the jeans, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, you gonna die.
It's too late.
You're already dead. Anyway.
So to say that there's a gene for those kind of people, it wouldn't surprise me that you can actually pick out, because I've seen some individuals, I know some individuals personally in life that I think to myself, you ain't supposed to be here. You're only here because the police haven't caught you yet.
Yes. Yes.
You are not fit for society.
I'm
society.
Yeah. I'm 100%, bro. No, you know, have you seen kids play and there's one kid that's just freaking bad-minded?
Of course, that one is like taking the wings off the ladybird and and then 20 years later you find them in your IT department.
Exactly.
How did you get here? How did you even progress this far?
Still picking wings off ladybirds.
You should be in solitary confinement in a padded cell.
You reckon that there are people that just that are dodgy. But what do you think about this technology that picks people out early on and says, listen, you are going to be an offender, so that therefore you must go jail? I think we're obviously. Would you be comfortable with that though? Would I be comfortable with that? Would you feel safe? Like, and if they said it was like if like Minority Report, if there was like crime rates dropped to like something like 0, or like there was one murder a year in the UK, for example, because of this, would you say that? Would you be cool with that, knowing that maybe some people might not have committed the crime? Of course, but you will be cool with anything until it happens to you. Yeah. So that's the whole basis of the film, Minority Report. Like, everyone loves a safe utopian environment until they point the finger at you. Then this shit gets real. Okay, so, right. I mean, personally, I feel I would be okay with the idea because I feel that I am a pillar of the community and I am fit for society. However, if someone else was pointing out in something within my character, some attributes which might make me a menace to society, great film. That'll be a menace. Yeah, that's even better. That's quite scary. I think it's more scary to the fact that
I wouldn't be able to see these things within myself. Hey, I'm fine. What do you mean? I don't deserve to go to. So to get dragged away, screaming and ranting like some crazy guy, because people are saying that, hey, I know you can't see this, but you're dangerous. You need to be put away.
Scary,
you
innit?
need to have the mask and the chains put on you and the straitjacket like Hannibal Lecter.
I'll take. You know what? I think I'll take it, even if I knew that I could get nicked, even if I didn't do anything.
Really?
Like, they were like, we looked at all of your evidence, and you look like you're about to pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, some evidence has come up that, you know, I don't know, cyclists have been getting lippy to you for the last few weeks every time you drive around a certain area, and then due to the data that we've collected, we've calculated that you're just gonna run 4 of them over one day.
So you literally take one for the team.
Yeah, I would. If it meant that everyone was safe, because I might have killed somebody, and it was very likely.
Okay.
But you've got to be a threshold. It can't be like there's 50% chance you go out and do this. It has to be like a 98% chance or a 95. It has to be high.
Okay.
You have to be like 5% away from doing something.
Okay, what if I was to put it to you like this? What if you've got your life mapped out in front of you, and someone you've got a new job come through the post, and the letters drop in, you're about to propose to your missus next week, and your life is looking hunky-dory. It's looking amazing.
Yeah.
Like the road mapped out is just a yellow brick one. And this guy comes to your house and says, I'm sorry, this is not going to happen for you because we believe you are 98% of being a serial killer. You're going to go out in 3 weeks' time and you're going to eat little babies.
There needs to be
So we need to
like, I don't even like babies.
I don't even like kids.
Yeah, them ugly motherfuckers. Why am I going to eat them?
So we need to put you in a prison cell. I mean, how would you feel about that? Because obviously,
I'd feel bad.
Yeah,
but I'd feel bad, Funk. But at the same time, I'd be like, there must. All right, if they did this, we're going deep now. There needs to be like an appeals process or something like that. So
no, but that's what I'm trying to say. If they've got actual scientific proof that there would be no need for appeal process,
then you know what? I got to take the L.
Okay,
I got to take the L.
Very noble of you, man.
I just got to take the L.
Very noble.
I have. Civil rights groups believe it will create categorical suspicions on certain neighborhoods or people who share a set of characteristics. I agree, but you know what? I'm down with it. If I said I'll take a hit for the team, then then I can be down with it. Microsoft have already been using this sort of predicting type technology in the past, but not for this sort of use. They've been using it in Halo and games. Okay. You ever played a game when you're like, motherfucker, knew I was going to take that shot?
Yeah, I mean,
that technology in the game.
Yeah, I was talking to you about that with The Division. The AI of the criminals, the little hooded guys, and where they try and circle around you to get you and stuff like. And even when you die and you restart the game, they try a different tactic and strategy to beat you. So the AI on computer games is a bit worrying.
Apparently, they've been learning your methods. They've been learning your methods and using them against you in computer games. But would you, Funk? Actually, you asked me. Would you take the L? No,
I'll be like my man Tom Cruise. I'd run, man. I'd run because I'd have enough faith in myself and knowing who I am as a person that I am not capable or not at least. There's no premeditated. Thoughts of me doing that, so I feel like me running would be justified.
Could we use this tech in sport though? I'd love it in football.
To predict what?
Injuries,
the red tackle, the red cards.
Fouls. Imagine that a ref walking up to someone saying, "You're out of here, get out," and then someone goes, "Hey, I didn't do anything." It'll be the same as normal football. I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch him.
But then the world will be deprived of characters like your Eric Cantona's.
Oh yes.
That I mean, we would never have seen that kung fu kick because he never would have made it to the position.
Break that down, Funk. Break that down. What happened though, bro?
I don't remember what year was it. Was it like 97 or something? 96, 97?
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago. And Eric Cantona, he's a genius, footballing genius, very eccentric. Very hot-headed. And he was kind of like the go-to person. He is your current Beckham character in that Man United setup. And he was subjected to, was it like racist abuse?
Somebody said something he didn't like.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
I think it was in the nature of kind of having a go at because he's a Frenchman.
Yeah.
We call him a French frog or something like that.
Yeah,
something like
a baguette head or something like that.
Yeah. And rather than kind of adopting what some people would have done in his field, the professionals would have done anyway. They would have kind of ignored him or shouted back. This guy made a beeline towards the front row of the crowd, leaped up and gave the wickedest kung fu kick that would have brought a tear to the eye of Bruce Lee, man. It was something out of an old dubbed kung fu film.
Bruce Lee would have bowed down in front of him.
Yeah.
But Bruce Lee would have given him, like the respectful bow that you give them in a kung fu film after where they're all fucked up. Like, say you beat the boss and they've got like a broken arm, and they're holding their chicken wing arm, and they bow down to you. You fought well. That's what he did. Yeah. That's what it was. So we wouldn't see stuff like that. We wouldn't see stuff like Zidane.
No.
Another genius in football.
Yeah.
What was that? Billy will know. What year? What was that? Was that
2000 World Cup, wasn't it?
World Cup
Yeah.
2002?
Final 2012.
Yeah. Against Italy. Yeah.
2012?
Might be Euros.
Who's that? Matt Barzi?
Yeah. But Zidane, he was another world-class footballer if you're not into football. And basically, somebody said something to him. And this was the thing is that made it mad is that it was Zidane after a long football career. It was his last ever match in his career.
Yeah.
And someone said something to him that he didn't like. And
apparently people were saying something about his wife. They knew how to press his buttons. But
someone said something.
What I will say in both those situations, if you look at Eric Cantona, you look at Zidane's situation, the computer that would have, the PCA, the predictive crime analytics machine that would have calculated whether or not Zidane would have been capable of doing this, it wouldn't have picked it up, because through Zidane's career he never displayed any real aggression, whereas Eric Cantona was 2 foot into dishing out 2 foot challenges.
The PCA would have picked this up, but with Zidane it wouldn't have picked up the fact that he decided to headbutt this guy in the chest and bring him down,
which is why everyone was shocked when Zidane done it.
Do you know what was also shocking? Who headbutt someone in the chest of all places? Why would you headbutt someone in the chest?
Which is why
yeah, but a fist can surely do the same job quicker. But he decided, no, you're gonna get the full brunt of my forehead. This goal scoring forehead, is gonna score a goal right in your solar plexus. But yeah, so you reckon it wouldn't have caught him then?
I don't think it would have caught him.
All right, fair enough.
I don't think it would have had what's it called? Enough data to collate to build an image of someone that was likely to dish out that kind of that violent act.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's for all the games I've seen him, Zidane is quite a docile character, but Cantona, it didn't surprise me.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm down for it. In short, Funk isn't. And Billy, well, you know that he does a lot of crime outside of the show, so we don't really want to ask him about that.
Shoplifter?
Yeah, he's a boy, skirt lifter. Damn, Randy. In Texas, Funk, there was loads of rain. More rain than there is in England.
Okay.
It's easier to believe. One man
in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. I suppose a lot of rain. A lot of rain in Texas means a lot because it's known. We know it as a dry place.
Yeah.
You're from Texas and we're getting this fucking wrong. Tell us, but I always think of Texas as a dry place where everybody smokes Marlboro Reds.
Well, that's the way they display in the media. Yeah,
that's the way. Texas. I think cowboy hats.
Yeah. Dust balls. What is dust balls?
Dust balls. Yeah. If someone cracks a bad joke, I actually think in Texas a real dust ball goes by. Like someone goes, and then I said it wasn't chocolate.
And I always expect that whistle when someone new walks into town.
Yeah. And the church bell in the background.
Yeah.
And then the hook. You new around here. Anyway, yeah. So Texas is we always think of it as the place that's like, quite dry. But they had a lot of rain. One man called Randy Wagner. Yeah? Let me just give him a round of applause for that name right there. Randy Wagner. What a name. Randy.
Very Texan name.
Randy. So Randy brought a product online called the Aqua Dam, which is the world's largest water-filled cofferdam. And what a cofferdam is something that you fill up. It's a massive old tube. You fill it. Would you fill it with water, Bill? So you actually fill this with water, so it's heavy and weighted, and he put it around his property. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as the water around his home raised to 27 inches, taking out buildings, taking out yards, people all fucked up. Randy Wagner, his house was untouched, completely dry. Yeah. Now people were laughing at him after spending $8.5 grand American. That's about 5,800 English on it. But he said it was a small price to pay, and he didn't have to pay out for any new stuff. Now, This should be a short answer, Funk. But how much of a don is Randy though?
He is the Don Dada.
He's a man. That's what a man does. Yeah.
Don Dada, like Super Cat.
Everyone's laughing in your face. Yeah. But he went online and he bought something. He was like, "Hey,
what's the valuation of his
storms are
property?
coming."
What is in there?
It's got to be worth more than $8,000, though, bruv. $8,000. Any $8,000 or 6 grand English, let's call it, yeah. 6 grand English has got to be worth more than your house being taken out by like water and you having to rebuild your whole house.
Yeah. Shouts to Randy Wagner, but at the time he probably would have been put in that bracket of those people that build those secret bunkers because they think the North Koreans are gonna bomb America.
Bro, as soon as I got the money, I'm building one of those. I'm not joking. I love what. There's a name for them. Oh, Bill, I beg you find out online. There's a name for people that do that. They're called it was in an episode of.
They're called nutters.
It's like a type of person that always hoarders. There's something, but they're like end of the worlders. What are they called? One sec. They're called preppers.
Preppers.
They're called preppers. That's what they're called. They're called preppers. Yeah.
Sounds too close to preppies. There's people that go to university with
the well starched collars. No,
exactly.
It's not preppy. It's a prepper. So he's like somebody who's, I don't know. I wouldn't put him in a prepper kind of zone, but bruv,
you wouldn't say Randy Wagner is a prepper?
Maybe he is.
I'd say so.
If I had enough time, I'd be building a bunker because the thing is, what I worked out about a bunker is Funk. It has to be secret.
Yeah.
So if I call in a professional to do it, it's not going to be a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Unless I kill him after he does it. I've thought about this way too much, haven't I?
Yes.
But
you have.
Yeah, it's a bit scary. Minority Report.
It's quite
PAC or whatever it is.
Don't you find this a bit strange at the way preppers, when they prepare for kind of like post-apocalyptic situations, they never take into the fact of like flooding like Randy Wagner has. They always assume it's going to be a nuclear attack kind of thing. So what, did they never assume that the sea levels could rise, or what do you just think this Kim Jong's got that button pressed?
Well, shout out to my preppers out there. I will be
you only
waterproofing it.
These are limited preppers, man.
I'll get some cling film, some tarpaulin, we'll waterproof that bitch. Quick time. But have you ever bought anything strange? People have been like, "Oh, Funk, come on, man," and then you've ended up being like, safe.
Yeah, I got some radioactive pants at home. Just in case the testicles are still working when they drop that nuclear bomb. Because
you want to be the last savior of mankind.
The last savior. I will repopulate the world. So I have to make sure that the master race is looked after. So not when Trump pisses off North Korea, and they nuke us all, so we get dragged into World War 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah.
So radioactive proof pants, not radioactive pants, because that'll do the opposite. Fry your ghoulies. You kids will be look like Incredible Hulks. Nuclear sperm. Nah, that's the episode name. For me, it's always small things though, Funk. It's little things like whenever I go to festivals, like remember when we bumped into each other last summer at Isle of Wight Fest?
Yeah.
I might have been wearing it actually that day. A stupidly long rain jacket, like it was oversized, it was.
And it was raining that day.
I'm 6'3",
yeah.
This shit was like down to my ankles. Yeah, I look like the killer from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
You like Slender Man.
Slender Man. I look like a killer out here. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a wally. Look at you nerd." When it started chucking down, when we started getting that Texan sort of rain, and like I think Prodigy came on and everyone was skanking and dancing. I was having a great time, The next day, everyone woke up, sniffles, fucked up. I was dry as a bone.
Okay.
So I was cool when I got back. So for me, it's little stuff. Like I put a little pack of biscuits in my car. People are like, "Why have you got a pack of biscuits in your car?"
Yeah.
Billy's experienced the car biscuit situation.
Yeah.
We've been killing an hour somewhere doing something.
Yeah.
And we've come out of there. Food shop's closed. Nowhere's nearby. It would have been a grumpy drive if the prepper like me hadn't have got some little biscuits that I keep in a little compartment of my car, a secret compartment of my car. If you ever roll with me, if you've ever got a little rumbly tummy, I've got the perfect nutrition for you.
What are you prepping for? Hunger?
Yeah, man. Because when hunger's I'm hangry. So I don't want to be hangry. I've got, in my car right now, you're going to cuss me for this in the future, but I've got carbohydrates that are good for you. I've got water stash and I've got protein.
Yeah, but when you're going into the realm of Mad Max, you're going to need more than some biscuits. And
so what? I'm there, Mad Max Fury Road. I'm there nibbling my biscuits.
Yeah,
I'm nice.
And your Pringles.
Yeah. I'm nice. Once you pop against that, I'm nice. But yeah, man. it's little things for me. But if I had the time, I would definitely be a prepper, bruv. I think
Yeah.
I'd make it happen, man.
The thing I find interesting about Mr. Wagner's situation is is he some kind of meteorologist, and how did he predict that this was going to happen? The weather was.
You can never be too prepared. I think you can never be too prepared. And he was probably like, you know what? There's been floods here in the past. You know, my joints are getting seasoned up, and I was like, you know, I don't like the way the sky's looking out there right now. So, you know, I don't even know what accent that
He
is,
definitely
bro.
probably spoke like that.
Yeah, I don't know what accent that was. But he's like, you know, we need to get that guy. And I don't know, bro. No, seriously though, he was probably like, yo, the weather could be fucked up real soon. So let's just nice ourselves up and get this. Let me spend $8,000 here instead of spending $8,000 on like liquor. You get me?
Well,
Shout out to my preppers.
They need to bring this to the UK. Obviously, we have a very, 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 very long and strong relationship with water and flooding in the UK, and I'm surprised no one has ever thought of this.
Yeah, this aqua dam.
Yeah,
Why not? We need that. We just need those ready to go.
Yeah.
Like they need them like dispensing machines, like condom machines on the road. Just get me an aqua dam for $5,000. But yeah, man, it's good. I rate that, man. Funk, something's been designed for you to use when somebody goes, oh man, I tried to get the new Jordans and I had to get them in half a size too big. Or somebody who says, oh man, I went to the shops and they only had cherry cola instead of regular cola. Oh, my whole day's ruined. Or when somebody goes, oh man, I asked for doner kebab, but instead he gave me this lamb kebab, chicken instead of lamb. Something's been invented to help you with that, Funk.
What's
and
that?
that is the world's smallest violin.
I was wondering where you go with this. Okay, I like that.
So people they're called IO Design, they've developed a microscopic violin. Bro.
Okay.
It's microscopic. It's so small, yeah, it uses a radar-based chip to work out where your movement of your fingers are going. It's that small. It's so small that you can't even see it, bruv. Yes!
What is the point of this?
Oh, you can see it. You can see it. I got a bit too excited there, sorry. But he looked at me like, you can see it, Marcus. You can.
That's the world's first invisible violin.
Yeah, but you can't really see it. It's a little box plugged into something.
Well, it can't be seen by the human eye.
It's a little white box that you plug in and you can have your hand over it and go. First things first, Funk. Where do you think you'd first use that?
I have no idea. I'm struggling to believe what individual actually lobbied for funding for this idea.
It's got to be one of the most sarcastic people in existence. You have to be. You cannot not be a sarcastic person to use one of those, bro.
Someone like crazy with money. This is probably what Kanye would do if he got that loan from Mark Zuckerberg. This is something that he would make.
No, this is what we need to use for Kanye. This is what we need to use. Get me? Someone who's, that's, you know what I mean? If someone was like, oh, you know, a family member died and, you know, I'm only getting $250,000 instead of the whole million inheritance. You get me? I had to get an iPhone 6 instead of the 6S.
This would have been Sway's answer to Kanye's. You ain't got the answer, Sway. They would have brought out this microscopic violin
and say freestyle. Time for you to freestyle. But yeah, man. If you can make something really small, what would that be?
I don't know, because I figured of that when I was watching Ant-Man. I was like, what did I transform? Or even before Ant-Man, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Ooh, you took it there?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, taking it back there. I think I would actually make a car small, because I feel like if you shrunk any car small, you would have the most amazing terrain to drive around on. Just driving around like pebbles, which might seem like crazy boulders and down drains, and I think that'd be Micro Machines. What happened to Micro Machines? R.I.P. Micro Machines. I don't see Micro Machines anymore, man. Bro, it was amazing.
One, you have to explain what Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was. Yeah. Two, because listen, boy, you might not know what that is. And two, then Micro Machines, bro. So Honey, I Shrunk the Kids first, bro.
Yeah, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was a film starring Rick Moranis, and he was a Nutty Professor before the Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy, and he created this like ray gun, and I think he shrunk a sofa first, and then his kids were fooling around in his laboratory, and he shrunk his children down, and these children they got lost in the garden, and they were I think they became friends with an ant. Yeah, the ant was huge, man. The ant was like the size of like what's the car?
They were small, but it looked like an 18-wheeler. No, it wasn't. It was like a.
That was the size of a
elephant.
Volvo.
It was like an elephant to them because they could ride it. Remember?
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
like the size of a Volvo, and it had a fight with a wasp.
Oh, do you know what, Funk? Yes, I would do exactly what they did. I'll tell you why in a second. Yeah, go on. Yeah, they had an argument with a wasp.
Yeah, and they had the fight with a wasp and that, and then obviously micro machines. Micro machines haven't been around in time. They were just miniature, really, really, really small cars that your parents used to step on and cuss you because, aside from Lego, these were very painful to step on also.
Yeah.
But they were very small, detailed vehicles. You can get every single car and others, and you can get little tracks and
race them around.
Yeah, race them around.
That gave me an idea, you know, Funk. If I could shrink anything, it would be myself. Because there's a moment in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids where they find an Oreo on the floor. Yeah. But obviously the bit of it that isn't in the floor is giant. They could like run into this Oreo and dive into the cream.
No, I've got even better one. And I'm going way back here, showing my age here.
Yeah, go on.
Inner Space.
What the fuck is that?
The film Inner Space, where Dennis Quaid, he's a scientist, and he shrinks basically to a microscopic level, and he injects himself into his friend, basically. The friend, I'm trying to remember the synopsis. Basically, these guys are after a scientist, and the scientist has got this spaceship, and the astronaut has shrunk himself inside the spaceship. So himself and the spaceship have been shrunken down to a microscopic size, and the scientist who's getting chased by these villains, he's dying, and he just injects it into the first person he sees, and he injects it into this guy, and then this guy is in his bloodstream. The astronaut is in his bloodstream. It's actually the size of like a blood cell.
Yeah.
So you see everything, and then in Inner Space, the Dennis Quaid, he flies to the brain. He injects sensors to the brain of the inhabitant. Yeah. And then he's able to see through his eyes. He's able to control him. He connects to the brain so he can talk to the person. It's a Disney film, but it was amazing before its time, like incredible.
And how did they do that with graphics back in the day?
Do you know what? For its time, it was very, 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 very convincing kind of thing. And obviously, it was a race against time because it would wear off. And if he didn't get this person out of his body, the ship would just expand. He would just literally just be like
splattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what though, Funk? When you say for its time, I'm concerned. That's the operative words. For its time, it was really good. I'm thinking there's like, he's inside a body, there's blood cells on strings bouncing around. Like he just shakes himself if something goes wrong to the ship.
No, seriously. I mean, if you were to watch it now, it wouldn't look as smooth. I mean, you're going to get to a stage where you look at Avatar and you're just like, that could be a bit. I mean, I saw the first Hulk the other day, and to me, that looked a bit.
Which was the first?
The first Hulk film. Not the one with Lou Ferrigno, the first CGI Hulk film.
He was a sick Hulk.
Yeah, he was a sick Hulk. He was. Yeah. He wasn't really that tall. He was just like a tall muscle man. But yeah. But for his time, it looked really cool. So I would shrink to that level because that is something that,
Fair enough. But why would you want to? I don't know. I get it where it's fun going around the body and that, but I'm just saying, an Oreo the size of you. Just running into it and pushing your face into the cream of the Oreo, breaking off a piece of biscuit that's the size of your hand, pushing it into the cream, and just, bruv, I'd probably die. I could suffocate in an Oreo. I'd be the first man ever to die eating an Oreo or a Krispy Kreme donut.
What they call this kind of death? Death by misadventure.
Death by love. Death by misadventure. Now that sounds promiscuous. That's too promiscuous for me. That sounds like it's like, ooh.
That's what it is. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to do something that you enjoy that goes wrong. So anyone who, I don't know,
if you were gonna die in what's it called again? Of
death by misadventure.
If you were gonna die of a death by misadventure, what would yours be? I already told you mine would be Oreo suffocation.
Yeah.
What would yours be?
I think I'd probably drown in crisps as well.
What, the crisp dust?
Yeah.
Like an overload of crisp dust.
Like a sea of crisps. Like someone drops me into a vat of crisps. You can't swim to the top, so you just drown.
But a happy drown.
Yeah. Just crunch to your death.
But right, let's wrap it on something that I think you, Funk, can definitely get down with.
Yeah.
Bite the Ballot.
Yes.
Have joined. Actually, let's set the stage for this first. Actually, so here in the UK, you've probably been, if you've been watching the news and stuff, we've been talking about whether it's called the Brexit, whether Britain should exit the European Union. Is that the right way of putting it?
Yeah, should I stay or should I go?
Or we should be an independent country, or whether we should stay in Europe, basically. And we're calling it the Brexit. You in or out? People keep saying it to you in weird times. Like I was in the freaking gym, just like flossing the freaking underside of my nuts, and the guy went, "Are you right, mate? Are we in or out?" And I was like, "Bruv,
Really? Is that level now?
I'm drying my nuts." Yeah,
That's good though.
And I was like, "Bruv, I don't know. Let me
Not
dry
good
my
it's
nuts."
asking it when you're drying your nuts, but I mean, it's good.
It's just go to.
The level of participation.
It's good everyone's talking about it. It's starting to get a little bit like Christmas now. Yeah. No, it's starting to get a bit like, you know, the 5th of January when someone goes to you, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
How's your New Year? You're like,
Yeah.
brother, I've been saying this for like the last 5 days. It was either really good or da-da-da-da. But like, when I'm flossing my nuts, allow me, innit?
Yeah.
But everyone's talking about it. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good discussion. I'm seeing young people getting involved in this as well, which is good. But Bite the Ballot, they joined Tinder this company joined Tinder to encourage young people to turn up and vote on June the 23rd because...
Why Tinder?
Well, you know what, Funk?
Bite the Ballot. We got some links.
We got to get Bite the Ballot wants some tings. They want to know. They want to know how hot the voting community is.
You want me in or out of you, man?
Yeah. A special Tinder in or out day.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever you swipe for, straight in or out. But I think it's good, man, because if you want to connect with people, let's go to the forums where there's the most conversation. Let's go to Twitter. Let's go to Snapchat. Let's go to Facebook. So they've set this up. 18 to 34-year-olds last year were more than 85% of Tinder's global users. And I know the lower end of that scale, they're the non-voters. Yeah. Isn't there a statistic? Is it in this country, America, if all the young people voted in England, it would outweigh any other vote? Like we could sway the vote, like young people. Like under 18s or like under 25s, whatever. Yeah. If they all voted for one party, or part of them voted, they could sway the whole vote in the country.
I can believe that,
powerful. So it's something crazy like that. So it's a great battleground to sort of get into, and I think people are just trying to encourage voting. I mean, personally, I think that's a great forum to go to. Whether Tinder's the right sort of mindset, whether your mind's in the right sort of place to make a decision that affects your country, why are you trying to get your dick wet? I don't know if that's the same sort of right place.
Yeah, and I think it's obviously it smacks a little bit of desperation when you kind of have to go to arenas where people aren't really there for that in the first place. It's kind of like me going to a vegan party and trying to sell my hot dogs. I'm gonna struggle that night with the sales. So
isn't a sausage like silver to a vampire?
Yeah.
Isn't that what a sausage to a vegan is?
My eyes.
Isn't that?
Turn into dust. Yeah. If you put hot dogs in the shape of a cross to a vegan, they turn into dust. I keep attacking vegans every week, innit? Shout out to the vegan crew. Hope you're voting.
So you think that people aren't in the right mindset?
Yeah, I just feel like when you go into certain areas like Tinder and whatnot, and people they're just trying to look for their next smash kind of thing. They don't want to be bombarded with in or out and Brexit this and we'll do that. Yeah, exactly. They're thinking of a different kind of in or out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brexit, they're like Brexit.
I'm gonna be in and out your house, baby.
Yeah, in and out.
I'm not staying till the morning.
Hey, this Brexit babe ain't got no proper DM. She ain't got no proper profile picture. What the fuck, Brexit? Fuck you, I'm out. You get me? We might just get it totally wrong.
About Brexit, I want your breast pic.
Yes. So yeah, like where's a better place we could go to get these sort of to get this sort of.
In terms of social media, I think you've got to be hitting up the Facebookers first. I think Facebook is obviously a platform where more people are more politically minded and motivated and express their opinions. What's so, and I think Tinder is a little bit further down the line. I think you have to say Facebook, Twitter,
Snapchat.
Yeah. Snapchat's still a bit. I don't think Snapchat's as.
Do you reckon I'll do a filter this year? Like I voted.
Yeah,
I might have a filter like that in it. I voted. Yeah, you should vote too.
Yeah, they probably have that on Facebook.
There's mad conspiracy theories about this. So this is real fact. If you see other people that you know on Facebook saying that they vote, you are more likely to vote. Yeah.
Sheep mentality.
Yeah, that's right. But Facebook can gather information and see if you've been having political views that mean you're going to vote one way or the other, right? So like, say we were all voting out. Yeah. Or say you voted out and I voted in. Yeah. And Billy wasn't sure. Yeah. What if Facebook decided to show my profile or my status saying that I've voted and not your status that you've or not your status that you voted, knowing that I'm in and you're out, yeah, Billy's more likely to follow sheep mentality of people that are in than out. So could that sway a vote? Do you know what I mean?
So if they
or if they worked out that Billy had like the way Billy had posted was more towards out, but they didn't want Billy to vote, they might show him no voting on his timeline. But if they knew that Billy was more likely to vote out and they wanted him to vote out, they'd show him more things of people. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Am I going too cryptic?
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying if Facebook
could sway votes,
if Facebook had an agenda whereby they controlled what you saw, and that
they can control what you see.
Yeah, of course.
And they're constantly running experiments on us like that, so they won't show us certain things, and they will show us certain things.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I know last week Sky News put out an app which shows you the voting behavior of people in your area, and I felt that was a bit interesting because I know it's in a way it's trying to provide additional information if you're not sure.
Yeah.
But what people tend to do when they're not sure is that they tend to vote with the mass kind of thing. So if someone was undecided and he's in the area where everyone's voting out, he's probably likely to vote out as well, just because he's seen areas. So I'm not sure whether these apps are helping.
Or what if Sky knew that this area that we're recording in right now, if you lived here, was an area that was out, and Sky wanted in votes, for example, What if they just stopped that working as well in this area, so not as many people knew other people voted?
True.
Because they knew this was an area where people like to vote out. I'm just saying, if you can say it, it can happen, man.
Yeah.
These things can happen.
So technically, things like bite the ballot, it can have a sinister edge because it could get more young people involved, but depending on what they do with the young people it's got participating, it could be a bit
it's just these conglomerates and these social media companies, if somebody wanted to push a button, they could sway votes.
Oh, definitely.
They could sway votes.
Definitely.
And there's so many young people not voting. There's so many young people like that whole France thing, where everyone put up the profile picture of which kind of embossed, overlaid the France map.
Yeah, for Charlie Hebdo.
Overlaid a France flag over their profile picture, and people just did it because other people did it. Like, and my friend put up a profile picture with like Ralph from The Simpsons with it over it, saying "I'm helping," like that. They're gonna make out of it, but I'm like, they could use that data and be like, "Wow, people really do follow what other people do." Like, what if there's an overlay you had saying "I voted"?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know. I know. A bit of a weird way to wrap up today's show.
No, good.
Billy's got some information about E3 because E3 is happening this week.
Yes.
We are a podcast that leans towards being interested about technology. Billy, we're going to hook up another mic so you can talk without us bumping this mic around. Are you going to give it a bit more of a in-depth discussion without sound effects like you did with the Philips razor? Trim shaver with the cut trimmer?
Cut chopper?
The chopper? Yeah? Alright, cool. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
Plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. Thank you for killing one with us. Bless.